And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially carrying the next DNA of this country. Please, ingia kwa mfuko yako mahali kuna shati, kuna kofia, itoe. 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 Ndani ya umoja sasa tuko na DNA mpya, si ndio? Ndani ya umoja tuko na nini? Ambie jirani yako tuko na DNA mpya sasa. Valia waendelea, chunga sitoe na mbele lakini. Sasa tunainua kama unainua toa, kila mtu asimame, kila mtu asimame. Ndio tuone kazi hii, tuone kazi hii, tuone kitu. Ndio tulikuwa.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now request our party leader to officially make the declaration that the Democratic National Alliance DNA officially starts the journey. Our party leader, it's your time for you to make the declaration for pomp and colors.
Raise your hand. From today henceforth, this is the day of the Lord that the Lord has made. We shall be glad and be happy in it. We are now the Democratic National Alliance. DNA, Sema, DNA, Sema, your voice, your power, your DNA. Na kila mahali unaenda ujue kwamba DNA ya Kenya lazima ibadilishwe, si ndio? Kila mtu anajua kwamba DNA ya nchi inaenda kubadilika. Ile ya wizi inatoka, ile inakuja kuongoza inatoka kwa Mwenyezi Mungu. Kwa hivyo DNA, your voice, your power. Your voice,
your power.
Your voice, your power. Tell someone next to you, your voice, your power. Your voice, your power. Your power, your voice. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we may take our seats for now.
Even the next.
Allow me to recognize our friend, our mentor, and the gentleman who in the previous spaces has given us opportunity to shine. One time I worked as a youth advisor to His Excellency Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka when he was the Vice President of the Republic of Kenya. Let us appreciate him in a mighty way. Wapi kelele, wapi kelele. At this juncture, as National Chairman of DNA, allow me, technical angalia sound tafadhali. Allow me at this point to welcome the various voices that you see in front here. At least wawasalimie, mwasikie, to give you our commitment as a party. That is not business as usual. Allow me at this point to ask Bright, who's going to take the agenda of our young people forward, to come and make a few remarks.
So as you've heard, my name is Bright Chiteni. I am a social impact leader. I am an African Visionary Fellow. I'm also the CEO of Kikao Movement and now the youth representative in the NEC of DNA. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about the history, and on the screen we're going to play a short video before I make my remarks. Controller, can you please cue the video? So we just want to tell the story of how we got here today. And as young people, why our voice is important. On June 25th, we made our voices heard, and we are changing the trajectory of this country. Are we ready? Okay, let's go.
Nays 115, abstentions nil, so the ayes have it.
Through my work serving Kenyans in underserved communities, I have seen firsthand serving Kenyans in underserved communities, I have seen firsthand. Through my work serving Kenyans in underserved communities, I have seen firsthand.
Okay, I think we're having some technical difficulties. So I'm just going to briefly talk about the role of young people in leadership. Gen Z oye! Kikao! Kikao! DNA! Young people, Gen Zs, millennials, this is our time, and this is our space. Moving forward in our country, we just need not to make our voices heard. We need to step back. DNA is the home of all young people. We want to see MCAs, we want to see governors, we want to see MPs. As mentioned by our matriarch, we even want to see a Gen Z president. Is it possible? Is it possible? Mnajiamini? Mtajituma? So as DNA, we are going to go around the country, host various vikaos, talk about the issues bedeviling our country in the context of those spaces, those counties, and come up together, identify leaders among us. And DNA is the home where we will give you your ticket, we will support you, and we will encourage you and give you a platform to run. So allow me to end there, but realize, young people, that this is the opportunity. The next opportunity might come 100 years from now. We've knocked on the door. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Let's go for it. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Distinguished delegates, naomba mniruhusu kwa sasa I invite na Kiai Kipish. Pigeni makofi na DJ kama unaweza mfangoma anapokuja, so that you can say a few words. Na tuonyeshe ile style ya kudansi na shiko tu.
I recognize the presence of party leaders in the House, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Thank you for gracing our event today. And as the National Organizing Secretary, Democratic National Alliance, I take this podium today to welcome everybody, and I believe everybody in this hall represents the many Kenyans outside here. We share our problems, and we also remember the business people who are going through tough moments because of bad governance, and that's why we are here today. And also I remember the youth. We went to the streets in 2024, and 2025, going 2027, we are taking podiums like this one to liberate this country. So take this as a third liberation, 2027. I'm not saying that we don't want old people to guide us, but I also don't want us to be led blindly like it has happened for so many years. We cannot afford to miss 2027. Our life depends on it. And I just welcome all Gen Zs and millennials to know that it's you who are going to stand for your children and future generations. And we welcome all of you to NDA so that you can be able to be here, and we want your voice to be heard. On the streets, we went through abductions, we went through so many things, and harassments and killings. And we are here now holding the mics and directing every voice of Kenyans to the right direction. And we are not scared of anything. I just want you to know that if you keep telling us that I can't beat this, I can't beat this, just know that you're limiting yourself. So we welcome you all. Because of time, we'll have more forums across the country to liberate Kenya. It will be an economic liberation because we want our country back. Thank you.
Piga makofi kama wale watu tuko sawa. Ladies and gentlemen, as DNA, we want to engage ourselves with other parties that have the same aspirations like we. At this point, allow me to invite our party leader, who will then usher in our chief guest for today. Please put your hands together as we welcome Honorable Godfrey, that not only our party leader,